It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? We can hardly wait for the start of this one, and it comes your way next.
We're about 20 miles from the Gulf of Mexico at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa, as we bring you the NFL on EA Sports. Good to be in the booth with my partner, Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta-have-it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
The kicker, Chase McLaughlin, will get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. On the return, it's Chris Rodriguez. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league. Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short game.
2nd and 7. A run here with the veteran. It's Austin Eckler. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and 6. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So the Tampa Bay offense set to work for the first time in this one. And they're led by the #1 overall pick back in 2018. Greg, it is Baker Mayfield at quarterback.
Yeah, you have to feel good, Mike, seeing Baker Mayfield back established as a franchise NFL quarterback. He had such a tough journey these last couple years, bouncing around multiple spots around the league. And then last year, down in Tampa, he has a chance to get them to the NFC Championship game just a few plays away. If he continues to play up to his potential, this team's going to be tough to beat.
Here's Baker to begin with a pass. He'll drop this underneath to White. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They motion a receiver right. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. This one is caught by Shepard. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. Down the field, it's Evans. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the ground, they'll go with Rashad White, the back out of Arizona State. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Benjamin St. Juste there on the tackle. Second down and 8. To throw is Mayfield. Get this complete, right side to Otten.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Godwin working the right side.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
What an impressive drive this has really been, and it's a combination of big plays and 3rd down conversions. Now after that last 3rd down pickup, it's 1st and goal. They got a chance to finish this really impressive drive and come away with 6.
They'll run with White. Oh, making defenders look silly out there on his way into the end zone. Rashad White, touchdown Tampa Bay. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Bucs will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to get going with their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. And in motion is Brown. Past the 45. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. A big play there for Washington. 45 yards.
Not the way we're accustomed to seeing him hit these home run plays, Mike, but now you can tell they love getting him involved in the ground game. And this type of outcome, it's possible anytime he touches the ball, let alone how he gets it.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Now he'll run it. And Daniels will have the 1st down as he's able to slide and avoid the contact. One quarter in the books. The Bucs have the early lead. We'll have more from Tampa after this. They can still get a 1st down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. We'll give it to Eckler on the option. And he'll get this inside the 10, but not much further than that. Again, it's Eckler. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And he's in. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Washington. The extra point try forthcoming. He gets it to go, and the Commanders will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now it's Bucky Irving to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Buccaneers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, Baker. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down. Here's Mayfield. A short one there to Otten. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
1st and 10. Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Open man, the tight end, O'Keefe. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Baker gonna hand it to White. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Baker to throw. Over the middle, that's Godwin. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better field for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
Here comes Otten in motion. Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing is Mayfield. That's caught left side by Otten. And he will score. Cade Otten. Touchdown Buccaneers.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bucs will move out to a 14-7 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Rodriguez on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught downfield. McLaurin brings it in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 74 yards. Touchdown, Washington. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. They send Godwin in motion. On 1st down is Mayfield. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
He'll find his running back, White. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Mayfield to throw. There's Evans. He's got it. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Kicking time for the Bucs. They'll punt it away. The Commanders have Jamison Crowder ready to return. Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. There's Terry McLaurin and the Commanders offense heading out for their next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a 2nd defender at him, maybe. Look at what he's done. Whatever the defense has tried in the first half, it hasn't worked. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Pretty obvious this defense needed that play. The entire game from the jump, Mike, it just seems like the quarterback has been way too comfortable playing from the pocket. He's got himself 2 passing touchdowns here already. They got to continue to make him feel this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Daniels now going to look to throw. The open receiver is Dotson.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
This time they stay on the ground. Now the Bucs will take their first time out as they'll stop with just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Tress Way now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Bucs offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. They'll set up the screen to White. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Left side to Godwin. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Mayfield. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So we've reached halftime here. It has been an entertaining first half as we toss it an hour or so east to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman standing by for the EA Sports Halftime Report. All yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by White. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
From the gun, it's Mayfield. He runs with it. That is 2 big pickups to start the drive. 32 on the latest.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Mayfield to the tight end, Otten with the grab. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll send a tight end in motion. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. This one on target to Godwin. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in bounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They send Godwin in motion. Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he will get into the end zone. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. McLaughlin now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Buccaneers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Rodriguez on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Commanders' offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. To begin the drive with Eckler. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop it behind the line again.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass, nowhere to go with the ball. He tucks it, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
They motion the slot man left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. On target, got it to McClure. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He connects downfield to Dobson. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. And he's got his team a first down.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Here's Daniels. He's got it at the 7. He is in. Zach Ertz. Touchdown, Commanders. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
The kicking team off for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Commanders will even this score. It's now 21-all. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense and Baker Mayfield ready for their next possession. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's White. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Another run here with White. White, 1st down and much more. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8. Here's 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Mayfield. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
At this stage of the game, one play could be the difference between winning and losing, and that dangerous throw is just a little risky for my liking. I understand the notion of trying to make a play and being aggressive, but one turnover here, and this game could be over.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. Now Daniels. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's taken in. It's Austin Eckler. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is 3rd down. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, They're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
The Commanders set to kick this one away. Important punt here in this tie game late. Perhaps it didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. The Buccaneers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The give to White. And a short gain there, down only to the 48. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again with White. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. That is caught. He got Godwin. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
Goes without saying, this is a huge drive. This game is all tied up. 4th quarter, that's a huge 1st down pickup. Now they got to see if they can get some points off this possession.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. Here's a give up the middle with White. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Receiver in motion, going right. On 2nd down, Baker. A pass, it's complete. It's Shepard. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. A run with White. The defense all over that. Met him in the backfield, stopped in his tracks, and it sets up 4th down. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So they lead by 3 here in this 4th quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Here's 2nd down and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's going to run it.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the 1st down.
Daniels now on 1st down. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Think back to the spring, Mike. We all watched the highlights of this guy's pro day, and you always question, why do they make these quarterbacks just rear back and throw it as far as they can? How often are they really going to do that? Well, when they do, like we saw here, it is a thing of beauty. He put that big arm on display with that last pass, and it winds up going for 6.
Now the try for an extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders have taken a 4-point advantage.
Commanders 28, Buccaneers 24.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Irving now on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Throwing is Baker. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Mayfield to throw again on 2nd down. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
He'll try to run for it. Now the Bucs will take their 1st time out. They need 8 yards to keep it going. 4th and 8. They'll go. Mayfield. That's taken in. And he'll be brought down there. And that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So a win here on the road for the Commanders. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Tampa.